We can't avoid risk. That's true of individuals, it's true of firms, and it's true of governments when they make investment decisions. Here we are at Stonehenge, a World Heritage Site, and there's a road which passes by Stonehenge and is the main route down to the West Country. The government has to make a decision about upgrading the road. One possibility is a 2-kilometre tunnel which would preserve the site and get rid of some of the noise pollution and the air pollution which results from the traffic. So if the government is going to build a tunnel, how big should the tunnel be? At the moment we have a road where part of it is single lane, part of it is double lane. One possibility is to build the tunnel with 2 lanes in each direction. But at some stage in the future, it may well be necessary to upgrade this to a 3-lane motorway, in which case it would be sensible now to build 3 lanes each way for the tunnel. But that's going to be more expensive. Is it worth the extra cost? Clearly, a significant part of the answer is it depends upon traffic growth. The faster the traffic growth, the more sensible it would be to go for the 3-lane each way option. But we don't know how fast traffic growth will be in the coming years. How do we use our understanding of risk to maximise our chances of getting it right?
To do that, we need to distinguish risk and uncertainty. Risk means that we do not know the future, but we do know the likelihood of the various possible outcomes. With uncertainty, we do not know the likelihood of each outcome.
If we toss a coin, is it going to be heads or tails? We don't know, but we know that with 2 possible outcomes, there's a 50% chance it'll be heads and a 50% chance it'll be tails. If we know the possible outcomes and we know the probability to be attached to each one, we call that risk. Now let's suppose we toss a coin that we know to be biased, but we don't know how. We again know the possible outcomes. It's going to be heads or tails. But we don't know the probability to be attached to each of the possible outcomes. So if we know what the outcomes are going to be, but we don't know what the probability is to be attached to each one, we call that uncertainty.
Armed with this distinction between risk and uncertainty, let's consider the question of how many lanes are needed for the tunnel that bypasses Stonehenge.